Welcome to Lunch Break Tarot. I'm Jolene, and if this video has found you, there's a message in it you're supposed to hear, big or small, so trust the timing. And when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What would you benefit from knowing about before it happens? Hope you're doing well whenever this finds you. Whew, right from the jump. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. So might be feeling trapped about something, having some anxiety. But we also have the Queen of Wands. So I'll talk you through these cards and then clarify and get more out of them. We also have the 10 of Wands. So putting down heavy burdens. Let's get a couple more so we can see what this story is. Queen of Wands is being in her dignity. There's also a cat that I'm noticing, and that is seeing between two worlds. And she's literally in between the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So she is surveying her kingdom, and she has anxiety and a trapped feeling on one side, and she has carrying a lot of heavy burdens on the other side. So it literally looks like she's caught between a rock and a hard place. But she's powerful, obviously. Look at her. She's strong. This is, I think this might be Leo. At the very least, it's Leo, Sag, and Aries. So a lot of fire, power, dignity, and wisdom, vision. So yeah, she's really looking to see how she should proceed, and she doesn't really feel amazing about either option. Okay, and then we have Ace of Wands. So it does look like she is, well, because this came out with the 5 of Wands, it looks like there is going to be some confrontation soon that she needs to face. She's going to need to take some action, and it's going to have conflict involved. Quarreling, arguments, disputes. Okay, I want to see what else we can get. My goodness. Okay, we have 9 of Swords. So something might be keeping you up at night if this is you. This is really feeling like you don't have any good choices. Okay. Wow. Let's go ahead. Let's clarify the 8 of Swords. Oh, I forgot my drink. Oh, well. It's kind of gloomy outside. Hot, too. I don't have any small talk right now. I'm doing good just to get this done. I've been having a hard time getting these readings done on the weekend, so I want to be better about that. All right, practically half the deck fell out on the floor. So this is, I'm not pulling them because that's too many, but this is pulling out all the stops, consulting every type of advice you could possibly try to be consulting. This could be somebody you're dealing with too, but I think it's probably you. Do you feel like you're in a rock and a hard place? We're past the Mercury retrograde. It's still in post-retrograde shadow. We've got a full moon coming up on the 29th in very electric Aquarius. So that is about having amazing insights and downloads about technology, but it also can be pretty angsty because it's electricity and it's like your nervous system being wired. It's like super ADHD. Whoa. We got the Empress and the High Priestess together. So that is some power coming out with everything that we've got going here. And that was clarifying the Eight of Swords. Thank goodness I have some context for that. Okay, so on one side, the choice that this Queen of Wands has, it looks like it's between her and another person. So it looks like it's a relationship. And it seems that the reason that it's making her feel trapped is because one person has power over her in the dynamic. You could flip this. If somebody thinks you have too much power, they might be taking their power back, but I have to pick a position here. And I feel like for most of you, it's going to be you're taking your power back from someone who had power over you. And this is seeing very clearly about the dynamic that was playing out that was keeping you stuck. So that's on one side. Let's go ahead and clarify the Ten of Wands, which is all those heavy burdens. I know for me personally, that reading I did yesterday came true for me to a T. And I did my pontificating to who I was dealing with. And that pain in my neck has been thawing out ever since. I mean, I'm also perimenopausal, so somebody that wasn't woo-woo at all would just blame it on perimenopause and feeling osteoporosis, but I think it's related to putting down heavy burdens. But it's like I have whiplash from carrying it for so long. Anyway, what's clarifying it is this Ten of Cups. So on the other side, this is her feeling like the reason this decision is appealing is because it represents everything she holds dear. This is her dream life, but she's been carrying something related to that for so long, or it involves carrying too much. And that's why this decision hasn't been working out either. I All right, well, we have the Three of Swords. This is clarifying the Queen of Wands. I didn't say that out loud, but that's because I forgot, but that's what I was thinking about. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, and we have the Seven of Swords. So this is apparently you were feeling heartbroken or betrayed related to someone being sneaky, and that's being put to an end because you have this choice. Maybe there's a third option. This is in the middle. This is a third option. Goodness. It's like you're putting down, trying to figure something out. that somebody isn't allowing you to get clarity and you're kind of just dropping the need to figure it out. This one's tricky, guys. This one's way tricky. This spread looks super dynamic down here too. I don't know. We'll return to that and see if anything comes of it. Clarify Ace of Wands. Clarify Ace of Wands. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. I love this. This might be my favorite card in the whole deck. I think it is like the luckiest card in the deck, but this is about, I mean, you're getting help. You're getting assistance. So this is an opportunity coming in that will help you move forward in your life in a positive direction. So you're not going to feel stuck anymore. And like the karma is getting balanced. You're entering into a situation where it's going to be equal give and take at some point. All right, clarify the Five of Wands. We have a King of Cups. So it looks like whoever you are quarreling with is someone it might be someone who has cognitive empathy, but maybe not compassionate empathy. Like maybe not heartfelt, compassionate empathy. And that's why you're spinning your wheels so much. Clarify Nine of Swords. Might be journaling a lot, trying to get your thoughts in order. Okay, we have, so the clarifying the Nine of Swords is the Five of Cups, which is feeling sorrow related to someone returning from the past. This is Queen of Cups, so this is being super in your feels. Just really enjoying the feeling of feeling connected to someone else. That's especially since you've been going through a dark time, it makes them even more significant. And then we have the Hierophant too, which has to do with your belief system. It has to do with a blessing and could have something to do with a commitment. You could be quarreling about whether to take things to the next level or whether to reach some kind of agreement on something that affects you but involves them somehow. All right, this one is kind of all over the place. Can we, let's see, let me see here. So the Queen of Wands seems to have a couple of choices. She recently decided to walk away, sneak away maybe, from heartbreak. She's quietly sneaking away from heartbreak, and she used to communicate a lot about it in an attempt to restore. Oof, we got the death card. Yeah, whatever that situation is with the heartbreak and the not getting clarity about it, it's it's over. It's over. But I was saying that she normally communicates about it in order to restore order. But she was always left carrying the emotional bag. When I say she, I'm talking about the Queen of Wands. So if you're a guy, you're the Queen of Wands. Um, anyway, she was always left carrying the emotional bag because someone was super avoidant always. They just didn't have that as their strength to take accountability or like make a decision. They just always kept things ambiguous. And that's done. So I guess that's one side of it. And so let's go ahead and see if we can get clarity about this other side that has the Eight of Swords, so feeling trapped, but also the Emperor and the High Priestess are involved. This could be your masculine side and your feminine side um, integrating. Like maybe you outsourced whichever part you were missing to this other person, and that made them have way too much importance in your life. Like like they were all you saw. They were your life. And now in order to not be so desperate, I know that sounds kind of rude, but I don't mean it that way. But I mean, if you suffer, if you make a bad choice over and over again, even though it causes you to suffer, it's usually because you're trying to avoid an even greater pain or something you're just not as good at adapting to. We have the Empress. That is so wild. Yes. Okay. So this other option over here, which is hard for you because you're not used to doing it, but it is integrating the parts of you that you're lacking. This is your personal power and this is your intuition. And you you weren't trusting your conscience before, and you weren't taking your life into your own hands. You were giving your power away over and over again. And now you're taking your power back and you're listening to what's best for you. But you're like afraid because you don't have, like, you have a lifetime of experience adapting to situations that were like terrible pretty much, but they would always get just better enough that you would keep finding a reason to adapt to it. And now clarifying the Emperor and the High Priestess is the Empress. So this is like your coming into your exaltation. You're coming out of exile. You're integrating both of your parts. You're coming in alignment with your soul. You're learning to wield your power related to health, money, and love. But you don't feel good about it. You're not really seeing that. She's got a blindfold on, the Eight of Wands or the Eight of Swords. So that's what's happening on one side. And she's looking over here. It's like she's missing her burdens because that's the devil she knows. I don't know. I hope something I said was useful. I'm going to wrap this up here. Um, yeah, if you want a personal reading with me, it's $25 for all of Leo season as like time permits availability wise. So the link will be in the description for more information about that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.